Hi, I'm Chase. In this episode, we will talk about call forecasting and shift planning. Let's have a look at some of the main topics in this video. The basic factors to consider in call forecasting. What are the main elements to create a shift plan? How can we use Erlang C Formula for shift planning? What kind of data is necessary for accurate call forecasting? Shift working is an old working system. The foundation goes back to the Romans. This working system has found a wide application area mainly after the Industrial Revolution. Especially for the call centers, we can say it's indispensable. Call centers generally provide service 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Working 24/7 makes human resources crucial. Additionally, the number and quality of people who create the workforce are particularly important for the efficiency of the firm. Successful management of a call center requires the right number of people on the right shift. That's why it is necessary to master the call flow. A good planner is well aware of call center audience, forecasts the impact of campaigns or special situations on the call center as well. Then let's take a look what to consider for call forecasting. ACD reports, CRM data, customer portfolio and behaviors, factors caused by internal departments, marketing activities such as campaigns, IT or telecom related matters such as new technologies, network capacity, and so on. Sales and production issues such as new customer target, product defects, and so forth. Production related subjects such as new products, product defects, and so on. External factors, environmental factors such as weather, season, and so forth. Economic and political circumstances, competitors' behavior. Shift planning is the activity to create a working order that meets the values and productivity target. This is about planning the proper number of people to the right channels at the right time. We can also express it as working hours of the employees that planned according to the determined goals and needs. The number of employees in the operation arises as a result of annual planning. In other words, production planning and shift planning are interconnected like the gears of a machine, but they are also separate affairs. The elements to create a shift plan are as follows: call forecast, average call handling time, break percentage, and absence percentage. The two most important sources for the effective and reliable shift plan in the call center are calls and average call handling time. Timeout and absenteeism rates are other inputs for shift plans. It is possible to monitor the realized break time rates on a daily basis with these reports. We need to use a different ratio at meal times. This ratio is usually kept higher at meal times and lower during the rest of the hours. The absenteeism rate is also determined considering previous absenteeism data. Managing a call center is a systematic process. When you are managing a call center, it is necessary to act systematically both in the planning and the management stages. This process includes determining the service level, collecting data, forecasting, finding the base employee resource, calculating the trunk and other resources, calculating the additional workforce and adding to the basic employee number, making shift plans, calculating the costs, low and high service level targets, and repeating the cycle. If enough time and energy is not spent on any of these stages as deserved, then the call center strays from its goals. Incoming calls in call centers are answered by agents according to their skills. Therefore, workforce needs should be calculated separately for each skill. Employees can have multiple skills, so they can respond to different customer groups. This model is called call blending. Every skill of an employee should be considered in a shift. Shift scheduling is usually planned on a weekly basis. Calculations are based on call number and call time. The number of people needed is designated through the targeted service level. At this stage, Erlang C Formula is used. It is difficult to memorize. As you see on the screen, it seems quite complex, but understanding the logic makes it easy. The Erlang C formula is based on the number of incoming calls, the average call time, and the level of service you want to achieve. It is used to calculate the number of agents you need in the call center. It takes its name from the Danish mathematician A.K. Erlang, who developed the formula in 1917. Erlang C is a proven method and formula for successfully forecasting call center load. According to Wikipedia, the Erlang C formula expresses the probability of an incoming customer that need to queue. However, the formula assumes caller will never hang up in the queue. Now let's talk about how to use the Erlang C formula while preparing the shift. Imagine that 100 calls will come to the call center in half an hour. Let the average call time of call center be 3 minutes. The service level target is that 80% of calls will be answered in 20 seconds. In this case, without using the Erlang C formula, I would say that you need 300 minutes of labor, since you will answer 100 calls in 3 minutes. As the time frame for 300 minutes of production is 30 minutes, we could find the number of agents as 10 by dividing the 300 to 30. But this means the calls need to come in sequence within 30 minutes. This approach assumes the calls are distributed evenly over 30 minutes. But the reality is not like that. Some customers may call within the first minute of 30 minutes, while others may call in the first half. Then we need probability calculation. You can find Erlang C calculators on various websites. I did, and I got it calculated. I need 13 agents. If I write 13 agents on a shift, no one can use a break. At this point, we can use the shrinkage ratio. We should add extra agents to this interval for a percentage of break, absenteeism, and non-compliance. If I assign 1.3 people instead of 1 person here, I multiply 13 by 1.3, and as a conclusion, I schedule 16.9 people per shift. If there is a training or event planned for that week, we need to increase the capacity in line with the information received from the relevant units. If there is not enough capacity, we can ask for support from different operations. With this logic, the shift system is usually created on a weekly basis. In huge companies where thousands of people work, planning will provide where and what service is vital for the operation efficiency of the company. So the effective coordination of each team, like production, shift planning, and surveillance, is vital. If the shift and production planning teams work in coordination, the expected targets can easily be achieved. In this way, employees and KPIs will be managed successfully. If you want to make an accurate call forecast, it is necessary to know the following basic data well. Historical call data by days of the week. Work and holidays in the month. Data on sector-specific days, for example, invoicing date, billing date, and so forth. Distribution of your calls during the day. Special occasions such as public holidays and holidays. Advertising and campaigns based on sectoral competition. Planned communication activities like bulk SMS or mail sending to customers. The effect of new entrants. Extra factors like weather. With shift work, it is possible to fulfill the service level and the commitments of the organization. There is also the opportunity to work more profitable and economically. So, what can be the main factors that determine the economy of shift planning? Employee cost, employee productivity, market conditions, the technology used, percentage of depreciation, maintenance and repair expenses. There are also social reasons, other than costs, for organizations to adopt the shift work system. The necessity of providing some special needs uninterruptedly, meeting some social needs especially during the night. Socio-political reasons. Finally, multi-location and large volume call centers use workforce management, or shortly WFM, applications and planning, as they cannot manage the process manually. One of the main functions of WFM is to support correct calculation. Advanced algorithms work there. The number and density of calls came to the system in the past are used as a reference to calculate the expected number of calls in the future. The planning of shifts and breaks according to the expected numbers of calls and achievement of the service level target are automatically prepared by the system. Real-time tracking of public shift plans is also one of Workforce Management Systems' functions. Thanks for watching this episode. We really hope you enjoyed. See you next time. Bye-bye.